As soon as the county approves it.
It's all Tim Walsh's fault.
Yeah, okay. I'd like to bring the November 8th, 2017 Planning and Zoning meeting to order. Would everybody please stand and with the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And you're buying lunch. Where am I at? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Abbott, Commissioner Selberg, Commissioner Brule,
Here.
Commissioner Azarmi,
Here.
Commissioner Walker,
Here.
Commissioner Beller,
Here.
Commissioner Kelly,
Here.
Commissioner Gordon, Chairman
Here.
Fouché.
Here.
Commissioner Gordon, are you on the line?
I am, yes.
Thank you. We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Couple of announcements. Anyone who has not yet signed in, please do so at the table located in the lobby. Should anyone wish to speak, please complete a request to speak form, which is also located in the lobby table next to the sign-up sheet. A request to speak form must be completed for each item you would like to speak upon, including sub-items. Please note that there are stairs on the right, left, and center aisles, and we ask that you use caution when using the stairs. And there's also a ramp located at the audience's left. If anyone has written comments, exhibits, petitions, photos, or letters they intend to present at today's meeting, please have 17 copies and give them to the staff member in the back of the auditorium. She has her hand up. If you do not have 17 copies, you may use the overhead camera to present your documents. Please place your document on the podium on the lines with the arrows indicated. If you want your documents to go on record, you must hand them over to the clerk after your presentation with the agenda item clearly marked on the document. Members of the public cannot speak to staff members that are sitting at the front table with microphones during the meeting. If you have any questions, please see the staff member located at the back of the auditorium, and she will take you out to the lobby and discuss. All speakers will be limited to 2 minutes to make their presentations. Everyone, please either turn off your cell phones, pagers, or put them on vibrate during the meeting. If you must receive a call, please leave the meeting area and go into the lobby outside for your conversation. We also ask that the audience refrain from talking to one another during the presentations and discussions. Today, the Planning and Zoning Commission will hear public testimony and then forward recommendations to the Board of Supervisors. The items with the recommendations made by the Commission will be heard by the Board of Supervisors on Monday, December 4th, 2017, at 9:30 a.m. in this same location, with the exception of any continued items. Everyone attending the meeting is asked to remember that the administrative building and campus are tobacco-free areas, which means no smoking is allowed curb to curb. Also, only bottled water is allowed in the auditorium. No food, soda, coffee, etc. is allowed in the auditorium. If there are any items remaining on the agenda, the Commission will break for lunch at 1 o'clock from 1 to 2. Next item is the approval of the minutes from last month. Everybody had a chance to review them. Any corrections?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
We have a motion by Commissioner Walker and a second by Commissioner Beller. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right. On to our regular agenda. Item number 1.
Item number 1 is an evaluation of a request for a rezone of assessor's parcel number 120222051 from an AR 25A agricultural residential 25-acre minimum lot size zone to an AR 5A, agricultural residential 5-acre minimum lot size zone, to allow for a minor land division in the Lake Havasu vicinity. The applicant is seeking to split the 27.9 acre parcel into 3 parcels. Staff recommends approval with standard conditions.
Is the applicant present? Okay, we have no speakers on the item. Any questions of the applicant? Apparently not. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve for staff recommendation.
We have a motion by Commissioner Zami, a second by Commissioner Kelly. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those
Aye.
opposed?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 2A.
Item number 2A is an evaluation of a request for an amendment to the Mojave County General Plan from an LI PUD, Light Industrial Planned Unit Development Land Use Designation, to an RDA, Rural Development Area Land Use Designation, and an amendment to the Dutch Flat Area Plan from a PUD, Planned Unit Development Land Use Designation, to an RDA, Rural Development Area Land Use Designation for assessor parcel number 243-19011 in the Yucca vicinity. The proposed amendments are requested by Martin and Lila Ronk and Pedro and Deanna Vega of Henderson, Nevada. Assessor parcel number 243-19011 is more particularly described as Stagecoach Trails at Santa Fe Ranch, Unit 22B, parcel 3547 in section 25, township 16.5 north, range 17 west. Staff recommends approval.
Is the applicant present? Applicant is not present. We have no speakers on the item. Any discussion? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve with staff recommendations.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Beller, a second by Commissioner Walker. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 2B.
Item number 2B is an evaluation of a request for a rezone of assessor's parcel number 243-19011 from an AR 36A agricultural residential 36-acre minimum lot size zone to an AR 18A agricultural residential 18-acre minimum lot size zone to allow for a minor land division in the Yucca vicinity. The applicant is seeking to split the 39.93 acre parcel into 2 parcels. Staff recommends approval with standard conditions.
The applicant is not present. We have no speakers on the item. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
I have a question for the staff. Item 7, each parcel shall have legal access. The parcel right now does have the legal access, right? So you're basically saying when they go through the minor subdivision, whether, your intention is to make sure each parcel is going to have legal access?
You're talking about item 2 or item 7?
2B.
Oh, okay, I thought I heard 7.
Is that correct?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Azami, and members of the commission, the purpose of that particular condition is to make sure that each parcel created
Correct.
will have legal access.
And that would be reviewed by the staff at the time of the submittal and all that, I assume, right?
It's reviewed at the time the parcel plat's submitted.
Right, thank you. I'll make a motion per staff recommendation.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Zami, a second by Commissioner Kelly. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those against, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 3A.
Item 3A is an evaluation of a request for an amendment to the Mojave County General Plan from a high-density residential land use designation to a general commercial land use designation to allow for a business, office, and cabinet shop for assessor parcel number 324-10236 in the Kingman vicinity. Staff recommends approval.
Is the applicant present? The applicant is present. We have no speakers on the item. Does the commission have any questions of the applicant? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve with staff recommendations.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Beller, second by Commissioner Walker. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 3B.
Mr. Chairman, it's
Yes.
really exciting that we see new businesses are opening up, cabinetry and all that, for the first time after so many years. So it's exciting to see new businesses coming to the Mojave County.
Yeah, I love it. 3B.
Item 3B is an evaluation of a request for a rezone of assessor's parcel number 324-10236 from an RM1A multiple family residential 1 acre minimum lot size zone to a C2 general commercial zone to allow for a business office and cabinet shop in the Kingman vicinity. Staff recommends approval with standard conditions.
The applicant was here. We have no speakers on the item. Any discussion? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve per staff recommendations.
Second?
Have a motion by Commissioner Walker, and second by Commissioner Zami. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 4A.
4A is an evaluation of a request for an amendment to the Mojave County General Plan from a light industrial land use designation to a heavy industrial land use designation to allow for a vehicle wrecking yard and junk yard for assessor parcel number 31018-008 in the Kingman vicinity. We have received 2 letters in opposition and 2 letters in support. Staff recommends approval.
Is the applicant present? Okay, we have no speakers on the item. Does the commission have any questions of the applicant?
I have a question for the staff. On the photos that we have, shows that there is I guess there's a yard already, a junkyard there, right?
I've seen this picture before.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Azarmi, that's correct. There's currently a junkyard there. It was approved, I think, almost over 10 years ago to be a towing and storage yard, which is allowed in the AD zone. But over time, it's kind of accumulated a lot of cars and therefore needs to take the transformation into a junkyard and therefore requires a new zone.
And it seems like in that vicinity, there are, similar projects going on, and it's consistent with the neighboring properties, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
No questions of the applicant? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve per staff recommendation.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Azami, a second by Commissioner Beller. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 4B.
Item 4B is an evaluation of a request for a rezone for assessor's parcel number 31018-008 from an AD Airport Development Zone to an M2 General Manufacturing Zone to allow for a vehicle wrecking yard and junkyard in the Kingman vicinity. We received 2 letters in opposition and 2 letters in support. Staff recommends approval with standard conditions.
The applicant is present. We have no speakers on this item. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve per staff recommendation.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Azami, a second by Commissioner Walker. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 5A.
Item 5A is an evaluation of a request for an amendment to the Mojave County General Plan from a light industrial land use to a heavy industrial land use to allow for a vehicle wrecking yard and junkyard for assessor parcel number 310181010 in the Kingman vicinity. We have received 2 letters of support and 2 letters of opposition. Staff recommends approval.
Is the applicant present?
Same ownership.
Same ownership, or same representation anyway. We have no speakers on the item. Any questions of the commission? I'll entertain a motion.
Well, same reason, I recommend per staff recommendation, approval for staff recommendation.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Azami, a second by Commissioner Walker. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 5B.
Item 5B is an evaluation of a request for a rezone for assessor parcel number 310181010 from an AD Airport Development Zone to an M2 General Manufacturing
wait a
Zone to allow for a vehicle wrecking yard and junkyard in the Kingman vicinity.
No.
Staff recommends approval with standard conditions.
The applicant is present. There are no speakers on the item. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve pending per staff recommendation.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Kelly, second by Commissioner Walker. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 6.
Item number 6 is an evaluation of a request for a rezone for assessor parcel number 32410-352 from an RM 20M multiple family residential 20,000 square foot minimum lot size zone to an RM multiple family residential zone to allow for a minor land division in the Kingman vicinity. The applicant is seeking to split the .51 acre parcel into 2 parcels and to develop the vacant parcel with a new duplex. We've received 1 letter in opposition. Staff recommends approval with standard conditions.
Ask if Donna is for this.
Yeah, it is. Is the applicant present? Okay, we have 1 speaker on the item. Donna Hamsar? Okay,
Close enough.
thank you.
Yes, hello.
Please state your name and address.
My name is Donna Hamera. I live at 4011 North Roosevelt Street, which is the adjoining property to the property in question. I also own the lot behind me, and I am opposing this rezone. I've lived there for 32 years. I have no intention of selling or moving, and I don't want more apartments next to me. It's a, completely residential area. Became almost a cul-de-sac now because of the Mojave Wash that was made bigger. I enjoy the peace and quiet. This would be adjoining my property, my backyard, where I'm out in all the time. So I am in complete opposition to this. I don't want more apartments built next door to me. Thank you.
Any questions?
Mr. Chairman? When you say
Zami?
more apartments, so there are apartments in your neighborhood?
No, there are not, no, there are, next door on that lot, there's a house and 2 apartments that kind of adjoin the house. They've been there for 32 years. The man that built the house, James Wright, also built my house, and he lived on the corner, and he had the 2 small apartments. When it was owner lived in, we had no problems, but once it became a rental property, all 3, we've had some nightmarish neighbors there. I mean, I had to put up with it then because they were there when I bought the house, but I just don't want any more, it's...
Question I have is that when you purchased the house, were you aware of, the zoning that property had?
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
The zoning that you have on that property?
Yes,
You're familiar with the zoning process and all that?
RM20, I believe, yes.
May I ask, Scott, maybe you can elaborate on that particular zoning that they have in that area?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Zarmi, the RM zone allows for multiple residence duplexes as well. So the current situation of the property, they could expand their existing structure and create more units on that one currently, but in order to sell the other portion, then you'd have to split it, and that's what they're looking to do, is to split it into 2 and then create a whole separate entity. But as of right now, they could create more units on that parcel.
Mr. Chairman, just want to make sure that you understand, that, the land use ordinance defines all these zonings, and the commission and the staff members, they have to follow the land use ordinance. So when the application is consistent with the land use ordinance, we cannot pick and choose what is consistent, what is not. This is the application, according to Mr. Scott, is consistent with the area. And I know that most probably when you purchase, you didn't have that intention. You want it to be in a R1, single family residential, but the surrounding area is consistent with the application to have multifamily.
Well, I'm totally aware that the first 2 lots off of Gordon were zoned that. I knew that way back when because I wanted to build a small residence for my mother when she moved out here in 1993, and we had a lot of trouble, getting zoning for that, a permit for that, because I was being told that I was not allowed, they have to be connected. I mean, we jumped through hoops to be able to build that little house in the back. At some point, we were permitted to do so, and my mother lived there until she passed away in December of last year. The house remains empty. I have no intention of renting it. This is my family home. So, I mean, I knew that, but I also thought that there was a limit as to what you can do there as far as additional residences. I wasn't aware that how many homes or apartments can you build on that lot?
Scott?
Yeah, what's the density there
Says in the agreement.
on that zoning?
Mr. Chairman, Commission, in our ordinance, it doesn't specify how many units you can have, but what it does have is developmental standards. So as long as we can make sure that the setbacks are met, that the off-street parking is completed, or that they have off-street parking and that they have enough room for all of our requirements, then
What's the height restriction?
I'd have to,
Yeah, but
40 feet.
40 feet? Okay, so they could build 10 units.
Yeah, but they don't have enough parking spaces
wouldn't-
and all that. So, I mean, there is a lot of constraints on that. The property is not that large to be able to.
Oh, it's
actually-
only 20,000 square
No,
feet?
no, no, no.
Okay,
It's very small.
all right.
So basically, you can only build single story with the parking
Right,
Gotcha,
driveway in the front of it.
okay.
right.
Excuse me, you're also aware that that property is all on septic and involves
That's
leach
another,
fields and-
that's another constraint that they have to deal with, is that, that would take so much room, plus you have to have a reserve area for it. It depends on the perk rate. So that's parking plus, the septic plus the reserve eats up a lot of real estate. So it is not going to be like, bringing 10 other families into the picture. And if you look at, the zoning map, I don't know if you had the opportunity to look at it. Could we ask to have the zoning map on the screen? You see that on the zoning map right now on the screen, maybe?
Yes,
Okay, you'll see that, properties all around that is basically the same zoning. So that's what we were talking about, is that it's already been zoned, and it's not up to staff or us to deviate or make a recommendation to deviate from the proper zoning.
I own the lot adjoining and also the empty lot on
Right.
Irving.
Right. And you have the same zoning.
Pardon me?
And you have the same zoning.
Yes. Well, also, I mean, I do recall reading in the letter that informing of me of this hearing, it does say that 20% of the property owners, you know, will, if they file protests, you know, that means something. So being I own 50% of the property around it, I mean, does that weigh in any way?
Actually, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 other property owners besides yourself.
There's so many other ones.
Yeah.
And no
plus-
one else protested?
Well, plus across the street.
Plus the
that I-
fact that you need to know the land use ordinance, you know, this application is consistent with the land use ordinance that we have. So I just want to make sure, for your point of view, you understand that the staff made the right recommendation, and the commission is going to make the same recommendation, I guess, to the Board of Supervisors.
May I ask another question? As part of the zoning, rezoning request, is there a limit or an amount of additional housing that the person is going to provide there or build? Do you have that, or is
Don't
that not
understand
part
what
of the,
She wants to know how many units that
how
can be
many
built
more
on.
is he planning to put
Yeah.
there?
Like a duplex, a triplex, a fourplex?
A duplex?
Yes, it's just gonna be a duplex. I actually will be living there, and the other one will be for my sister-in-law who has cancer. And I'm sorry about your loss in December. I lost my father too in December.
Sorry.
But I mean, it's not a huge development I'm trying to do there. It's
Actually, if you could come up to the podium and speak and state your name and your address, so we have it for the record.
Thank you for taking the time to hear me out. My address is 3421 El Porto Lane in Lake Havasu.
Okay.
Basically, what I would like to build here is a duplex. That's all. Nothing extravagant. It's something, just simple. I'm not trying to build. She says apartments. Apartment sounds like it's, like I'm building a high-rise here. It's nothing like that. It's just a
Okay.
duplex.
All right, we got it.
Thank you.
So I appreciate.
Okay. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. Yes, I.
Okay.
She requested that she wouldn't. She wrote a letter to me. I'm sure you guys have it. She said that if I built a wall, that she wouldn't even show up today. That was her request. So what I'm hearing is that you want a wall.
I want some privacy.
Some privacy.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that I like to work with people. I'm willing to work with her. I'm building a wall that will separate. She asked for a 6-foot wall. I'm willing to help out with that. We can go, split.
Okay.
Go halves on that.
Going to build a wall? Is that
So,
what you're saying?
Pardon me?
You're going to build a wall?
Yes, I mean, I'll build something. There's a fence
a
already.
fence.
Yes, there's
A
a
fence.
fence already. Will we do the fence somehow? We can settle this.
That's there is really old.
It's-
like 30
yes,
years old.
it is old.
Falling apart.
I,
You had to go on the other side to nail it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm willing to work with you on that.
This isn't a debate here, what we're doing. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it seems you're going to have a nice neighbor.
Yeah.
With
Invite her
that-
to the parties.
With that, I'll make a motion to approve per staff recommendation.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Azami, second by Commissioner Beller. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Uh-oh, we lost one.
Michael?
Yeah, I said aye.
Okay, we thought it was a lost. Any further discussion? Oh, no. Motion carries. I'm sorry. I'm,
Keith?
yeah.
Could you turn
Yeah, I know. The pacemaker is just fine. Item number 7A, motion carries on item number 6.
Item 7A is an evaluation of a request for an amendment to the Mojave County General Plan from a low-density residential and high-density residential land use designations to a general commercial land use designation to allow for a restaurant on assessor parcel number 32410-262B in the Kingman vicinity. Staff recommends approval.
Is the applicant present? Okay. We have no speakers on this item. Does the commission have any questions of the applicant?
This is wonderful. Two applications
I know
of two new businesses
it.
in
I love
one
it.
setting. That's awesome.
I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve for staff recommendation.
I'll second that.
Oh, all right. We have a motion by Commissioner Azami, a second by Commissioner Beller. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 7B.
Item 7B is an evaluation of a request for a rezone of assessor's parcel number 324-10262B from an RM1A multiple family residential 1 acre minimum lot size zone to a C2 general commercial zone to allow for a restaurant in the Kingman vicinity. Staff recommends approval with standard conditions.
The applicant is present. We have no speakers on the item. Does the commission have any questions of the applicant? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve as per staff recommendations.
We have a motion by Commissioner Walker, a second by Commissioner Kelly. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Since Bullhead City is closer than Havasu,
I understand what...
Commissioner Gordon is always
I
second.
know it. I know.
What's happening?
Call to the public.
Mr. Chairman, I want to apologize to the public, to staff, and the commission for being late a few minutes.
You're buying lunch, so it's all right.
Let's take a vote on that.
Let's take a vote. Okay, call to public. Call to the public is now closed. Yes. Oh, everybody get a chance to look at the calendar? I almost forgot about that. It's pretty much the same thing.
Mr. Chairman, on the
Jan-
calendar, what the commission adopts is basically the time, date, and place of your meetings each month. As you said, sir, there's no change. Second Wednesday of every month, 10 o'clock in this venue. We have also, as we've done for several years now, scheduled this particular room for the following Wednesday, should it be necessary, based on your calendars.
Okay.
The rest of the information there is just so the commission understands our schedule. Every once in a while, we get a question, why can't you do this? Well, a lot of times, most of the time, actually, the answer comes back to how the schedule works out.
A lot of information on here. Very nice job.
There's a
I'd
picture
hang
of
on to it.
There's a picture of a champagne on January 1st. Does it mean
I
anything to us?
know, I thought maybe...
Sorry, sir?
On January 1st, there's a bottle of champagne. Doesn't mean anything. There's Director Walsh treating
Is
us.
he buying champagne that day? We can drive up here.
I think the bottle of champagne represents the fact that we hope you all have a happy new year.
Good save there, good save. Okay, I'll entertain a motion on the 2018 calendar.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Beller, second by Commissioner Walker. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Agenda is approved, and if we could send out a copy of this to Commissioner Beller and to Commissioner Gordon, so they've got a copy of it, because I don't think they really knew what they're voting
The
on.
ones that were absent, Abbott
Commissioner Brule.
And Abbott, too,
Brule.
and Silbert.
and Selberg.
What's the other B?
Anybody not present is the point. Any communications that we need to discuss? Ms. Ballard?
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, I just want to remind everybody that next month is the annual luncheon.
Oh, boy.
If you have not gotten your menu selections to Dina at this point in time, please tell her how many members and what their menu selections are, if you wouldn't mind.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I wanted to thank Chris Ballard and the tech staff for the last-minute arranging for me to attend via telephone. They were very efficient and helpful, and they always are. So I just want to make sure I recognize them.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. They heard that and they appreciate it. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Everybody
Nobody
wants
wants to
to
go
stay on here. What's the deal? We have a motion by Commissioner Walker, second by Commissioner Beller. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.
Motion carries.
All right, yeah, well, we're adjourned.